Movie reviews. The Lighthouse is the latest movie by Robert Eggers. I think I'm saying that right. Eggers, maybe? Something like that. Anyways, he directed another movie. It was The Witch. The Witch is pretty good. A lot of people like The Witch. I like The Witch. I enjoy The Witch. I actually watched The Witch before I watched The Lighthouse just to kind of get myself in the mood. Like, okay, this is probably the type of movie I'm going to see. And while that was accurate, The Lighthouse is the most unique movie I have ever seen. Probably. So it should surprise no one that this is an A24 movie. Everything about this movie screams A24. IMDb reads the plotline as the hypnotic and hallucinatory tale of two lighthouse keepers on a remote and mysterious New England island in the 1890s, and that's about as much plot as I can get you without spoiling anything. But basically you have Willem Dafoe and you have Robert Pattinson. Willem Dafoe kind of being this more veteran lighthouse keeper, I suppose. Robert Pattinson kind of having this dark past where you're trying to figure out, like, what's his deal? Why is he here? And the two of them build this relationship that kind of goes all over the place, and then everything spirals out of control. It shows you the worst of mankind and what it will do to you if you are stranded alone with only one other person on this lighthouse island. Let me get to what makes this film so appealing to a lot of people. First, it's shot in 1.191 ratio. I heard it said 4:3 or 3:4. I don't know much about these specs, okay, so I apologize. But basically it looks like a square. The whole movie is shot like a square rather than widescreen like a lot of other movies are filmed in, I suppose. The other part of it is that it's filmed in black and white, so this feels like an old movie, and not only that, but because of the ratio, it makes it feel claustrophobic, which is a really cool effect, because watching this movie, that's exactly how the characters feel, and to put you as an audience in the exact same emotions that they are feeling is just incredible. Aside from all the crazy cool specs, this movie is also kind of fun to watch. When I was watching, I was confused. I was laughing at a lot of the jokes, just trying to figure out this mystery, and then by the end I was like, I don't know what I watched, but when I think back on it, I actually have a lot of fun memories watching this movie, and I would not hesitate to watch it again. Part of what makes this movie so enjoyable to watch is the cast. Now, like I said, it's really only two people, Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, and both of them give incredible performances in this film. Willem Dafoe, we already know, is an established actor and scientist.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
So it should be no surprise that he's been nominated for several Academy Awards, and I guarantee you he will win one someday. But Robert Pattinson, my goodness, people need to take him more seriously. It's actually really frustrating watching the Robert Pattinson debate still happen online because people only associate him with that one movie franchise that I don't even want to mention because he is worth so much more than only being known by that franchise. He's doing incredible work in this movie, and he does incredible work in so many films that he is in. And I do think he is going to win an Oscar someday as well. He might even be nominated for this movie. I think overall the conversation about Robert Pattinson is that he chooses movies like this. He chooses movies that are weird, that he wants to do. He doesn't go for the Oscar bait like a lot of other actors we know. You gotta respect that. He performs his heart out along with Willem Dafoe, and the two of them, their chemistry is fantastic, and they are so fun to watch on screen. Another part of the performance that's so entertaining is their accents. Now, I have no idea what these accents are. Willem Dafoe, it's like this old-time pirate accent, which is fun.
How long have we been on this rock? 5 weeks? 2 days? Help me to recollect.
Robert Pattinson is like this New England, sometimes Boston, sometimes New York. Like, you don't really know where he's from, and even sometimes within the movie it kind of changes, and I also feel like that's intentional to kind of continue this mystery of, like, we don't know who these characters are. Overall, yeah, this movie's very confusing. I don't understand what it means. If it means anything, I've watched reviews, I've read reviews, and it doesn't seem like there's much of like a purpose or like overall, like, this is what this represents. It's more just fun. It's more just chaotic, and it's so cool to see a movie being filmed in a different way than we are seeing every other movie. The Lighthouse, I give it a 77 out of 100. If you follow me on Letterboxd, which you should, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Right now, it's kind of creeping in my top 10 of the year. Could end there. Depends on how these Oscar bait movies do for me. But until then, comment below, what did you think of this movie if you saw it? Am I missing like the point to it, or really is it just chaotic fun? I don't know. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you next time.